So what did we do today? Or what did we do last time on stream? We planned and wrote down some thoughts on how to handle the get Apple Media endpoint for Golang. So we started writing some Golang functions, pretty much trying to understand what's going on and how we should approach this. So we're writing the Apple Music portion of when someone adds a URL to the app, we go out to Apple Music, grab that data, store it in our database, and now we have the Apple Music version of that song. And then at that point, we tweak some document data to adhere to the new structure. So we had to change some stuff around in our actual song document to make this approach really reusable. And then we wrote the logic for checking the collection to see if a song already exists. So before we even try to go out to an Apple API endpoint, Apple Music API endpoint, we actually check to see if that thing already exists. And if it does, then we just return that. So that's the cool thing about storing these songs that we create within our DB. So that's great. But yes, Alpha, very happy to see Sawmill is fixed. I saw your PR comments. I will address them later today, my friend. Thanks for doing that. Enoch, I'm working on EPUB Maker. Yeah, you've been working on that for a little bit, yeah? It's awesome. Pitbull Proton, been working on a tool to manage my bookshelves. Tool to manage my bookshelves. So we're talking about like physical bookshelves here, or what type of bookshelves are we talking about? Aaron, yesterday COVID test, today test was negative. Blocker still doing JS SEO research. Wow, I'm glad everything was negative, my friend. It's always a scary time, but yeah, I hope the JS SEO research is going well and you're getting to learn some stuff. Davies Creations, welcome. Mobile designs for wealth management company. Ooh-wee. Fantastic. Fantastic. I hope you're having fun with it. Hope it's some cool designs. Yes, physical bookshelves and books owned, etc. Ooh, I love it. I would love to see what you're working on, Pitbull. Yeah, make sure you post in the Discord when you get a chance with some updates on your project. Would love to see it. Aaron, redeeming, add myself to stand up. Thanks for doing your pixels here. Let me add this in right now. One of the favorites. Oh boy. Harry, not been working on anything lately. Just been visiting family, enjoying the sun before I start work. Pepe dance. Yes, that's a fantastic idea, my friend. Fantastic idea. Hope you have been enjoying your family a lot, for sure. Dr. Dynamite, oido. People, and I suppose Alec. Well, hello to you too, I guess. Welcome, friend. Nice to see you. Dave's Creation, yeah, they were open to go with something not boring, thankfully. Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. Get to stretch that creativity a little bit, eh? All right, we're at it. Oh man, do we have enough room? We gonna have enough room? Maybe we put this over here. Yeah, something like this. Something like this. Peekaboo, good morning. In Brazil? How do you say good morning in Brazil? I know how to say, yeah, how do you say good morning in Brazil? And I will say it for sure. There we go, my friend. Thanks for using your pixels here. Socially distanced, of course. No spicy flu for me. I love it. Good. Bom dia. Bom dia, my friends. Welcome. Nice to see ya. What's the limit of stand-up? What do you mean? With the limit of stand-up. TuneDev also redeeming some pixels here for a spot in the stand-up. Thanks for using those pixels here, TuneDev. Appreciate ya. We'll go ahead and add you in right now since we're already here. Hey, boys. Let me go ahead and add this in for TuneDev as well since we are here. Getting us started. Yes. I feel like for some reason I felt like this was the right way to go. Though, should we flip this guy? Like this? Yeah, dude. Tune dev, thoughts? Yeah! I'm thinking in the future to make my drone footage the background of the window. Oh, wow. That would be actually pretty wild. Maybe. Yeah, we could totally do that. So there's no limit in that sense. Perfect. Tune dev and Aaron, thank you both for using your pixels here as part of the stand-up. Welcome in. We got some great people here. So, folks, what are we going to do today for Greavy? What are we going to do today? Today, we are going to continue writing our logic for the Apple endpoint to get data for a song, playlist, and album. This one's actually going to be really interesting because we have to make this endpoint very generic in the sense where we don't really care what like the user has as their API, because at this point, when we call this endpoint, it could be for multiple reasons. It could be someone added a song via Spotify or via Apple Music, or someone added a song via Spotify, and we're now getting the Apple Music version of that song as well. So we have to make sure that we make this generic in the sense where we get this endpoint based off of not the user themselves, but off of Apple's generic endpoint of not being specific towards a person, if that makes sense. So see what I'm talking about as we get right into it today. Gotta love soup though. Yeah, soup is good. Yeah. And before we head out, Ed yesterday continued my journey of adopting Notion for personal project management and task prioritization. Works out quite well so far. I'm actually doing some progress. Most of the day hung out on Twitch watching the guy we rated on Tuesday. Oh, awesome. Hell yeah. He was great. Worked on my portfolio and started adding contact form with Nullify forms. Today, finishing up a contact form, doing validation, styling, etc. After that, we'll probably be work online, language learning platform project, and do some UX design. Also yesterday, I got a response from a guy next week. We'll travel to a different country to help him out at his house and farm for a couple days, weeks, tenting and enjoying nature. Ed, what an update. Thank you for sharing. That's freaking fantastic. Especially that last part. That sounds like a blast. Be careful traveling, my friend. Definitely be careful. Aaron, also, I refurnished my living room, and it's now super easy to see the room's potential. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. Fantastic. Folks, thanks for sharing your stand-up with me today. Let's go over and get right to it then, huh? I will meet you guys over back in the main stage. Or I don't know what this thing's called. The main thing? Yeah, cheers, mate. That sounds awesome. That sounds like a freaking fantastic time. I kind of am a little jelly. Folks, if you forget what we worked on today, or we're going to work on today, exclamation point today in chat will get you that answer. So don't forget about that. And to carry on the tradition, it's time for the type racer race. Type racer race challenge, maybe? Not really sure. What was it called? At the beginning of every stream, to get our fingers warmed up, we go ahead and do a type racing competition, about 3 to 4 every day. So make sure you go to that link, join in on the competition. We've been having some stiff competition lately. So come get your fingers warmed up, join the race. Let's get this thing done. Best of luck to all the competitors. Oh, man. Off to a terrible start today, Alec. Good job. Oh, man. Wow. I'm going to try to work on my my accuracy today, not so much my speed, because that's what I have a lot of issues with. So just slow down a little bit. Get out of here. Get. Wowza. Fifth place, 56 words per minute. Terrible. I've hardly typed recently. That was, oh, rip. That was my, oh no. Oh no. Can I join back in? That was my first type of the day. Oof, quite terrible. Quite terrible. Man, who got first place? 120 words per minute? Reme, of course. Reme coming in. Just switch to QWERTY. The struggle is real. That sounds, yeah, that's a real struggle for sure, my friend. Folks, we got a couple more. That's all right. Get that first, you know, that first nerve out of the way. Oh, this is a short one. Get on back in. Woo. Here we go. Best of luck. Okay. Fourth. Yo, Bodies by Drowning Pool. Let's go. Metal. Nice. Okay. I think everyone did probably a little bit better that round. Ooh, we got someone beating Reme with 123 words per minute. My God. Is that Davies? Woo-wee. Damn. What a freaking, what a number. All right, folks, come on in for the last type race of the day before we get started. Man, if I can hit 90 words per minute, I'll be super impressed with myself. We're taking it slow. We're going for accuracy. Bedtime stories. And you pretend they're not boring. One day we'll have a house of our very own and we'll make it our home. And I'll do anything for you. It's just 2 little words. Hopefully this is a song. They're gonna change my world. 3 letters in old, and I mean them with all I got. We're gonna say I do. Yes. 2 little words. I do. Ruben Coops. 5th place, 67 words per minute. Wowza. Reme coming in with 129. 2nd place, 124. Who got 3rd place? 3rd place. Hello. We got a 3rd placer. Can I not see 3rd place? First, second, 3rd place with 77 words per minute. 4th place with 76. Man, that was a tight race. Woo! That was a tight race. I think we got to do one more to flesh out that top level there, 1st through 4th place. Ed coming in with 4th, 76 words per minute. Bretsky, crazy speeds, yes. Pitbull Proton coming in with 3rd. Your singing distracted me and I started to do terribly. I sang well, right? All right. I won't sing this time. Yes, one more time, folks. Let's get this thing going. Yeah, I realized that I needed to slow down. I was trying to go way too fast, and so I need to slow down a little bit. Now my typing's more consistent, better speeds overall. Best of luck for this last one. This one looks like a long one. Let's see it. Wow. Oh, God. Oh, man. I don't know why some of them just really, the words that are combined in these sentences just really mess with me. Oh God, words. No, God, words. Faltering. Oh my God, words. I'm gonna come in last place, I think. Oh my God, words. Holy shit. Oh God. Wow. Terrible. That was my worst one yet. Worst one yet. First place, we got 119. Second place, 110. Third place, 89. Yo. Claps all around. You all are animals. I feel like my daily type racing is never gonna is not gonna be enough to beat you guys. That's crazy. Great job. Made a lot of mistakes in that one. Congrats, everyone. Yes. Good, yo, good runs all around. Great type racing runs. I hope you all enjoy that. It's always a blast to do in the morning. It always makes me realize how bad I am at spelling and typing. So I hope you all see improvements day after day as we do this. It's so hard. Matt and Zer, thank you. Welcome in. Aharn, hello. 119. Yeah, there's some fast typers in this group. There's some good old typers in this group. All right, folks, let's get started with today's work. Should we go ahead and get the app running? We should always start with the app. Let's go ahead and run the scripts just so we can see a little something nice here. You can take a look at what we've been working on, how it looks. Even though we aren't working, not working on front end stuff really today. Excuse me. We're gonna go ahead and do that. I type English so slow. Yeah, I can imagine for the people that English isn't their first language, it's definitely hard to type. No worries, Aaron. Hopefully you get better, my friend. Yag! It's you. Hey, it's you. It's a you. What's up, you? Welcome in. All right. So this is, as that loads up, this is the function we've been working on. Pretty straightforward so far. We had to make a couple changes, and we're also making changes to get Spotify media at the same time. There's a couple things we need to get done as we go through it, because I'm essentially using that as my example. But yeah, pretty much we go ahead and initialize some environment variables to begin with. Then at that point, we get the data that's coming from our request and get media request data. Yes, that is a provider, media ID, and media type. We added that to a combined structure right now, which is great. It's being used across multiple different sections of the app. Hydrate after that typing exercise. Yes. Yes, friend. Thank you, Harry. The fucking yak. Yes. Dehydrate back after that? All right. Cheers. Thanks for the coffee. All right. So here is our app. I created a playlist called Metal Lads. Oh, it actually has a song associated to it? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, it does, because I added one the other day. Oh, and we're getting some permission errors as well. So we're gonna have to fix that up. We didn't actually change our permissions for songs with Apple Music, so we should probably do that. Yeah. Okay. That's gonna come later. But in our database, let's go back to Firebase. Google. Groovy Dev. Yeah, it definitely seems to be warm pretty much everywhere right now. Pretty warm where I am as well. If we go to our users and we go over here, our playlist is C115C playlist. C115C. You'll see we do have one song here GJW. This thing, it has no data because there's no data that came back from it, but we were able to create it, which is good. I'm sure someone has asked this before since I'm new here. Alec, have you tried Flutter? Yes. Yes. We have tried Flutter. We actually had a 24-hour hackathon a couple months ago called Flutterthon. It was a lot of fun. Had a great time. But yes, we've tried Flutter. My consensus is not a huge fan. Or I should say, I think it's really cool tech, but I'm definitely more towards React Native on my side. Oh, yes, the bot. Yes, thank you. I always forget about that darn bot. Give me 1 second. OneDrive, Twitch, bots. All right, there we go. Hopefully it still works. I don't know why it shouldn't. I haven't really worked with either, but I'm more interested in trying out Flutter, to be honest. You should try it out. It's definitely really cool. It's really cool tech. It has a lot of things that I think is better than React Native, but I still think it's a little young compared to React Native in general. So like it has its own navigation library built into it, which is really great. That's I think one thing that React Native lacks. Yeah. The one thing that really bothered me was how you style views. It's essentially just adding objects. Though I do the same thing in Swift UI, and it's like, I don't know what the difference is. I find it more enjoyable to write in Swift UI compared to Flutter. Not really sure why. Can't really explain it, but yeah. Oh, gotcha, Harry. Gotcha. All right. So at this point, essentially what happens is we come over here and we add a song link. This song link is going to be Apple Music song link. So any link from Apple Music, once we add that song, it will actually add it to our playlist here, and it's going to hit this endpoint. So this endpoint comes over here. We get some data, do some decoding on it. Then we go over here and we get media from Firestore. So this is part of our new media helpers package. Package right here, and essentially this goes in and it says, okay, cool, tell me what provider you're working with here. We pass in a Firestore client, so this is the actual thing that will go out to Firestore and like actually allow us to query it. We pass it the media provider, so Spotify, Apple Music, etc., and then the ID, so the ID of the thing that we're looking for. And so we go in here, let's say we get Apple ID. Our query string is going to be based off of the object in our song, which is apple.id. So if we go to a song, oh, we actually don't have a proper setup for this yet, but it essentially will create a document when you add a song that queries for an object called apple and .id. Let me actually pull up Bear, and I'll actually show you what we wrote down here. Just gotta hide the screen a tad bit. Oh, you gotta go. All right, yeah. Stand up time. You got it. Give me 1 second. We'll get the desk a going. Yeah. So this is what we're looking at. Thanks for redeeming the stand, my friend. Have a good one, Yak. Dr. Dynamite redeeming a sit down? Oh, God. Leaf Us Christ 98. Nice beard. Well, thank you very much. Glad you enjoy it. Sit. We're going back down, folks. God damn it. Just when I was getting ready to get the spinal fluid flowing, you come and do that. You come and do that. All right. We're back down, I guess. This is what we have in our JSON at this point. So we're going to have an object called Apple, an object called Spotify, and for whatever providers we add next, we're going to go ahead and do that same deal here. Add add on an object that has some IDs in it and things. So that's what we do. Apple.id. We'll search for that right there. Shouldn't have ignored me. Did I ignore you today? Oh no. No, I definitely didn't. I know I didn't, Dynamite. I know, but maybe the first time I shouldn't. What desk you rocking? I'm rocking the autonomous sit-stand desk, the XL large table one. Love it. It's been great. It's a white top with black legs. Yeah. Twice? Oh god. Juggernaut TTV. Heyo, is someone here who is into custom ROMs? Ooh, sounds cool. Not me, unfortunately. Maybe someone else though. I have enough points to redeem 195 highlighted messages. My god. Animal. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be searching for here. And so actually, I guess we'll keep this over here. And so as we search, we get that, we create this query string, and pretty much we go to our songs collection in Firestore and we say where our query string equals to the media ID. And then if we do have any documents there, if our results come back and we don't get an error, we check to see the length. If we have any documents, then we return that one document back to the caller, which would be get Apple Music, music media right here. And at that point, if we have some media data, meaning that if our media data does not equal nil, then we should just go ahead and return that to the client. And so then that gives us back the data for that song, which is really great. I gave a Yorkshire lesson and I was ripping myself. Both ignored. What? Run! Oh no! God, oh god. White top with black legs, just how I like my woman. Oh no. I'm not pretty. Probably because you're from Yorkshire. Probably. I'm searching who can help me build a custom kernel with kernel builder and creating a device file. There is a documentation about it, but I don't understand it. Juggernaut, I mean, if you're interested, we do have a Discord where you can definitely go ahead and post. We have a programming channel in there. We have more members in there that might be interested to help you out. Or maybe we can all kind of use our brains together and figure out something to help you there. But yeah, unfortunately, if I don't know anything and if no one else does, then yeah. But yeah, feel free to join. We'd love to have you. All right. So now we're at the point where we need to go ahead and add this check for our media data. And so this is what we're actually going to call our Apple endpoint. So I think we left off actually looking at our Apple Music APIs. Letters from the multiverse. Ooh, love it. Thanks for that follow. Welcome to the team. Glad to have you here. I haven't abused my powers yet. No, please. No, don't do that. Don't abuse. Don't abuse. All right, let's look at handling requests and responses. So again, like kind of what I was referring to, we need to pass in, we don't necessarily want to pass in a user ID or a user auth token for this thing, because all we're doing is trying to get a song data from the endpoint. We don't really care about who it's for. We just need to know what it is, right? Okay, so after adding the developer token, music user token to the header, you're ready to compose a request and get data from the API. So is there a way for me to add, after adding the developer token and music user? Oh, fun fact about the Apple Music User Token. I was working with someone on Stack Overflow. I don't know if you remember last week, I replied to someone's post about if Apple Music User Tokens expire, and that person actually DM'd me on Discord and was like, hey, it looks like we're the only people working on this. Let's try to figure it out. Well, this person went and actually contacted Apple support, and Apple support basically said, we do not guarantee when the token will expire. We have no way of refreshing it via an endpoint. And also on top of that, the user can revoke this token at any time. So TLDR for anyone using Apple Music and trying to figure out when tokens expire, there's literally no way to tell. Apple doesn't even know, apparently, or they don't want to tell the developers when it ends. So, fun fact of the day, I laughed really hard and was really sad to see that happening. But yeah, that's how that happened. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. So I think we can do this. So fetch a song by using its identifier. So essentially by its ID is what we're looking for. Yeah, and so I wanted to see if we could just pass in a developer token and not have to worry about passing in an Apple Music user token. So after adding developer token and music user token to the header, so create developer token. We did that. Authenticate request. Okay, so developer token is signed and encrypted JWT token and used to authenticate a developer in Apple Music requests. For personalized requests, also include a music user token. Okay, sweet. So I don't think we actually need to include the music user token. All we need to do is actually just include our developer token, and we can actually test this out to verify in Insomnia. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. For those who are using Apple Music, don't. Exactly. Token expires in math.random. Yeah, essentially that's the case. But like, I was just amazed by how I was amazed by Apple support. I was like, what? Are you, like, this is a joke, right? This is a joke, right? Yeah, literally no idea. It's like, it really stinks because that's, and we were talking about it on Discord, it's like, people know that Apple developers, or Apple knows that people will bend over backwards to put stuff on their platform, right? So when you have a request like this is a very common, if you have I don't know, if you have a public API and it does things with authentication, like it's standard everywhere that you have some sort of expiration time on this token and a way to refresh that token. But there isn't for this. And there's literally no information around it. So I don't know. It's it's kind of annoying. It's actually really annoying. Do you think they would find out but just couldn't be bothered? So based on what the help or like the support team was saying, they basically said we don't really know, and the best way to do it is to just create a feature request for it and get a lot of people to want to have the same thing. And I was just like, this should have been like baked in with this thing. Like this shouldn't be a feature. This should be a standard, right? That's what was really like, that was just so dumb. That's the part I don't understand. And then also to be a part of this, right? To be a part of this, you have to pay $100 a year to be a part of the Apple Developers Program. You know what I mean? So it's just like, there's a lot of stuff that just builds up like that, which makes no sense to me. But yeah. Leafus Christ, risk grade? What? Risk grade? RSK? We don't know. Good luck. Yeah, essentially, Aaron. That's essentially what happened. So it's like, this is the first time I felt like betrayed by Apple. There are some other things that, have happened that I've been like, okay, like I can get it, but this one is dumb, man. It's dumb. But they know that I'll use it. They'll know that I will support Apple Music on my platform because people use it. And that's like where the part sucks. Real sweet kids, right? Okay. Nice. I don't know who that is, but thank you. Sorry. So I hit the screen real quick because I'm opening up Insomnia and I wanted to go ahead and add. Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and add an endpoint for us, so we could test out the Apple Dev Token stuff and go from there. 24 hour. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the team. 100 a tad too low for highlighted messages. You think so, Gelborn? Okay. All right. Thanks for the heads up. I think it's all right. I feel fine about it. Is there enough people who watch the stream to create a feature request for it, or is it just potentially empty effort? Well, I mean, we are creating a feature request, and yeah, I mean, I could definitely add it here, and if people would be interested in upvoting it, that'd be great. But it doesn't mean that they're gonna do it still. You know what I mean? That's the part that sucks. That's the part that sucks. It doesn't mean that they're gonna do anything about it. But yeah, once we get the error, or once we get it set up, I will definitely go ahead and add it here. That's a great idea. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this thing. I don't know. I don't know if Apple, I mean, this is a test private key, I guess. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this thing. Oh, no, this is not the right one, I don't think. But I wanted to see if we can just kind of test this out and I don't have to grab my own developer token. Juggernaut TTV, thanks for the follow, my friend. But I might have to. Yeah, let's do this. So I just want to see if passing in just a developer token, you know, will be okay for us. Unauthorized. Okay. So that's an unauthorized token. Let me go ahead and grab the developer token that I have. And I'm going to do that same request real quick. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I don't mind. You'll only see a portion of it. I did this by just passing the authorization, and you see that we just got back our Apple Music endpoint call here. Some Bruce Springsteen song. Nice. But yeah, so that works. That's going to work great. So this is actually going to make things a lot easier for us, which is really awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'd be happy to support it. Awesome, Harry. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's actually a fantastic idea. Yeah, the more people we have upvote it, the better chance it is. And for our app, it's okay, right? Yeah, like for us, it's okay. But for the person I was talking to, their work requires like to know when this thing's about to expire. So it was like, man, that sucks. Because for us, we can just pop up a UI and say, hey, by the way, go ahead and like re-authenticate. It's not the best experience ever, but it's something that we could get around if we need to. You're a lot better at hiding your secrets than CJ. You hear that, CJ? Yeah, better. Does he have a lot of his he leak a lot of his tokens and such? Okay, so this will require us to do a couple things here. Step 1. Step 1. So actually, I don't think we need this any longer, right? I believe that I removed this. Yes. Okay. So we can actually remove this now. This is in our Get Spotify media. I'm also cleaning these up at the same time. He's gotten a lot better, but earlier, oof, was hacker galore over there. Yeah, well, he definitely has a lot more viewers, so makes sense. Makes sense that he's more on top of it. That's funny. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to like keep track of your secrets. That's why I'm like, anytime I think anything is going to be potentially like leakage, I just put up the secret screen. I'm like, all right, let's not deal with this. Yeah. So in Spotify, we also get our media data at this point, do the same deal. And then if our media is not equal nil, we just go ahead and send the response. Easy. And then at that point, we now do a get Spotify access token. So this actually goes and grabs some creds for Spotify to essentially make our call, right? VS Code streamer mode required? Yeah, I would say so. So for this, essentially our get creds is we take in our Spotify client creds auth response. And this thing basically has our access token, our token type, and when it expires. And so we take that thing and we're going to go ahead and actually get an access token. So we go off to Spotify and we say, hey, give me an access token for this thing so I can go ahead and make a request on that behalf, right? Vuix Magan 13, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Ashik Paul, hey, we have Zen mode. Zen mode, yeah. What is Zen mode? Yeah, so I used to do that, Aaron. But yeah, now I just don't go to my end files anymore, for sure. And so at this point, when we get the creds for Spotify, this is going in and literally getting that token. We get our response here. And then at that point, we have our credentials that we're able to use. And then I guess here I don't remember what I did here. This looks like, oh, right. So this block of code here, I think we should probably add it to do here. Checked for refresh of token. At this point, we are just getting a new auth token every time. So this is definitely not something we want. We now have an internal tokens. We have an internal token setup that we can use to essentially just get an auth token and use that and go from there. Can you be Zen and a programmer? Great question. Guess who's back in the office because the executives want to see them at their desk? This guy. Guy Montags. That sounds terrible. Don't go back into the office. Please leave right now. Get away, at least 10 feet away. Be careful. Be careful, guy. Control Shift Command F. Wait, really? Control Shift Command F. I didn't do anything. Control KZ. Yeah, that does nothing. Yeah. Oh, no worries. Okay. I'm just like, Cloud B! What's up? Executives sitting at home. Exactly. Yeah, you should go sit at home. That's messed up. Oh, Command Shift P. And then search for Zen. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. I hate this view. But, oh, Command KZ. I see. Maybe? Okay, I don't know. That's actually really cool. Thanks for sharing. Definitely not something that I like, though. Not a fan. Hey, how's it going? Hope you've been having a great week so far. All right. So what are we gonna do? Yeah, I definitely need this over here. K Merc, Guy Moan tags, and this guy in the office. Oh no, guys, come on. Come on. I'm actually very surprised by that. I'm pretty much guaranteed not to go back to an office until next year. So I'm sorry to see that you have to be in an office right now. It's frustrating. Okay, so at this point we are just getting a new we are getting a new token every time. Yeah. So that's good to know. We don't want that. So pretty much at this point, media data, first thing to do, we need to get the developer token from Firebase. And I don't think we need to worry about checking to refresh it or not. Because, or maybe I should. The Apple Dev token here. So this creates it, but we want to actually just pull it back. And so we use create Apple Dev token for Apple Auth. So in Apple Auth, how did we do it? Apple Dev token. So Apple Dev token request, create Apple Dev token. And then at that point, I thought there was a place where I checked to refresh it. F, yeah. Must be nice. Since Norway has so few cases, we're allowed to be at the office, but my company has a restriction of max 15 at a time. Oh, I see. Yeah, bring him back slowly. Yeah, it's just from my understanding, like at least for our job, it's like as a developer, we're not essential to be in an office. Like we can do all our work from home. So it's like the essential workers that are going in to the office if they need to. For example, people that need to go to like data centers and stuff. But like, I don't need to be there, you know? Yeah, I'm sure it's definitely nice to see people for sure. And it's bound to happen eventually, at least in the United States. If any of you are in the United States right now, it's a shit show. That's all I got to say. Okay, so I need to essentially see if we need to, so grab from DB or go from there. So create Apple Dev token. Yeah. So let me go back here. I think I missed a create Apple Dev token. I think I missed a first check here. Yeah. Check for developer token in Firebase. This is exactly what I want. So essentially we're just going to set up this same sort of call that we do for, Apple Auth here, which is grab Apple Developer Token from DB. Yes. All right. So let's do this. And I'm pretty much just going to copy pasta this guy because why not? But this also makes me think that we should probably... I feel as though we should probably add this to our package here, probably to Firebase, to actually check for this token, else we create it. Thoughts. It's always this idea of we're using this same check in multiple spots, so we should probably just add it in one spot and import it and share it across. The question is, it's checking for Apple tokens, but it's checking in Firebase. And then if not, it's creating it. So maybe that's interesting. I'm assuming they want to bring all 2,000 team members back this year. Oh, wow. Okay. Thanks for the lurk, Alpha. Appreciate it. Super frustrating for sure, Aaron. Yeah. Hey, Gullborn. I didn't have time to shit on US before you changed subject. Good job. Good. I'm glad. Not trying to throw shade, but it's been a time. Welcome, Gelborn. Aaron, Alec, quick question. What keeps you motivated with side projects like Groovy? What motivates you to come back to time and time again? That's a great question. Let's go to chatting for this one. So I think the biggest thing for me for side projects is I really enjoy my day job, right? So like I am programming every day. I'm working as a software engineer throughout the day and I'm working on cool stuff there, but there's something about making your own, something that's your own, like manifesting this idea, building it out and then seeing it to completion. So I think that keeps me really, really motivated. And I know like a lot of the stuff that we've been working on lately might be, it seems like we've been kind of chugging along and just like getting stuck and it's like doing the same things over and again. But I don't view it like that. I see it as, one, I'm going to have an app that you all will be able to use, even if no one else downloads this app. Like, people in chat, people in Discord have used it. People have contributed to this. People have been excited about it. Like, just that in itself is cool. And I just learned something brand new. So I guess to answer your question more directly is, I think the potential of what a side project can be keeps me really motivated. And then on top of that, doing stuff on Twitch is also another really big motivator for me, right? Coming here and sharing this with you all and being able to create an open source project that people can contribute to and be proud of, like, being a part of this project, I think is really cool. So that's also like really motivating, right? But don't get me wrong. It's hard to do stuff like after a full day of work, or, some days I don't want to work on stuff. And so I really only work on side projects when I feel excited about working on them. So yeah, hope that answers your question, Aaron. Lil Kazo, what's up? Money motivates him. He's a sellout. Papa Satya and Daddy. No, I mean, at least for this project, there's no money to be made. It is going to be free. So at this point. So what about doing stuff on Twitch keeps you going? The community recognition? Doing stuff on Twitch. So like I was thinking about that the other day. I think I'm just genuinely excited to, like, I don't know, work on stuff with you all. And again, that potential of like growing to be a larger Twitch streamer is also something that motivates me too. Like, recognition is cool I guess as well. I don't know, like, what truly motivates me to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to come and stream before I start my work. It's just, I don't know. It's been I don't know. I'm not really entirely sure. I think it mainly has to do with the fact that, like, I meet people and that's really cool. And then people are excited to, like, work on this stuff with me. Like, you all are here hanging out with me right now. And I think that's really cool. Like, we all can hang out and do this stuff together, but I guess mainly it's I hope that my streams motivate other people to go do what I'm doing right now. So, like, not stream on Twitch unless you want to, but go out and build your own project and see, like, this software engineer, fancy title, can make common mistakes that everyone constantly makes, can mess up things. Like, no one's perfect in programming. And that shouldn't deter you from starting your own projects. Phew, that beard. Thank you, Ashik. I appreciate that. Sounds good, Lokaza. Oh, really, Harry? I don't know, friend. Cloudbeat, I have a quick question. When you started to learn code, did you ever suffer imposter syndrome? I'm struggling with it pretty bad at the moment. Yeah, that's a fantastic question. I think probably last month we talked about this a little bit. So I actually, a couple weeks ago, I asked a bunch of my friends and just people I work with, like, hey, have you experienced imposter syndrome? And not only in software engineering roles, but in, like, people that work in retail or people that work in, like, completely different areas. And everyone told me yes, that they felt like they weren't capable to be where they are. And I found that really amazing, because I always thought it was a technology, like, field type thing, but it's not. It's literally in every profession. And so, yes, I have suffered imposter syndrome. I constantly still suffer from that. Definitely not as bad as it was before. But Cloudy, I think the only thing I could say, like, to help get through a lot of that stuff is just realize, like, eventually you'll find your self-worth in what you're building or what you're learning, right? Not saying that you don't have self-worth, but, like, in your coding abilities, you won't feel so timid about things. And in my opinion, doing stuff on Twitch has helped me a lot with that, because one, I learned from a lot of smarter people than me. And also I make mistakes, and I've realized, like, what mistake I made, and it sits better in my mind for some reason. And I think realizing that there are people that are always going to be smarter than you and always going to be better than you, and just be comfortable of where you're at and realize that you're still learning and you're still growing, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to compete with other people. And And I think that's just a Twitch thing in general too, right? Like, you know, there are tons of streamers out there that that like will surpass you at a much quicker rate than you, and you could be like, what the hell? How did that happen? And that makes you feel maybe like you're not a good streamer or your content's not good or whatever. And it's not necessarily the case. Like, everyone has their time, right? Sometimes some people need to work harder than others, and that's just how it is. But I hope that makes sense. Hope that answers your question, Cloud B. But yeah, thanks for asking. I think it's always a really cool thing to talk about on these streams. Dr. Dynamite, he gets to talk to me. That's the real reason. Yes, always. I get to see my lovely, beautiful mods. You in a routine? What do you mean, Lil Kaza? I wish just to be able to follow your thought every day, understand more and more. Well, Gelborn, you're always welcome to ask questions. I'm more than happy to answer them and give you my thoughts on certain things for sure. 100%. Pitbull, I have been programming for 5 years and I still get the imposter syndrome. Yeah, I don't think it ever goes away. It's never going to go away. Never going to go away. But it's all about understanding and minimizing it for sure. It's been more than 15 years and I still get imposter syndrome. Yeah, Remy? Okay. Yeah, for sure. Totally get it. Draco, hey, if you don't get imposter syndrome, then there's something wrong with you. I don't think that's necessarily the case. You know, there's just some people that are just more confident in themselves than others. And like, that's okay. You know, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. I don't think there's a wrong reason. Great response, man. Sorry for apparently starting a super deep convo. No, you don't have to say sorry. I love talking about this stuff. I'm more than happy to answer questions and like give my thoughts if people want to hear them. I feel like I have like a pretty interesting, or like not interesting, but just like I'm always amazed to think about how I got to where I am. And so I would love to share with other people and just like tell people like, you literally can get to this spot. And here's how you can do it based on my experiences. Deep convos was 6:30 a.m. Yeah, that is true. To know that nobody knows what he is doing. But yeah. Thanks to your start, I streamed my coding once and got so in my head about it. Yeah, Cloud V, no problem. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it. I do think that streaming programming, streaming programming may not be for everyone, and that totally makes sense. A lot of people get really in their head about it, and that's cool. But the things that really helped me out with streaming programming, one, it reinforced a lot of the things I've been learning. Two, my public speaking got like crazy good compared to what it was. I was scared to talk in front of like 2 people before, and a couple of years ago, I 2 years, or it was last July, I went to a conference and like spoke in front of 200 people, like on a stage with like lights and like all mic'd up and stuff, and it was crazy. And I would never would have done that like 2 years ago. So I really think that Twitch helped me get to that point for sure. Or like just being able to public speak like that. Hey, Jordan the Dev, welcome. Nice to see you. You're still waking up at 5 a.m. You're in the routine of streaming in the morning. Yes, little causa for sure. So I wake up at 4:30 a.m. I spend about an hour to 45 minutes to an hour getting ready. And just like, I spend so long to just like wake up, get in my head, get ready for like what I'm about to do. Cause it's early, you know, it's early to be hyped. That's why coffee helps too. Dr. Dynamite, I was the exact same way, but keep at it. It does help. This community is really helpful around that. Love them for that. Awesome. Yeah, Dr. Dynamite, I'm glad to see you, man. It's always good to see streams from you as well. 99% of the people that I've engaged with have been incredible and supportive. Yeah, I think the programming community here on Twitch is pretty great. I don't think like there's no one that I've met that I've been like, oh man, this is going to be detrimental to our community. You know, everyone's always open in their own ways, which is cool. That sounds awesome. I want to do it again, but I think I'll go into it with the plan like you have with this app. Yeah, for sure, Cloud B. And hey, we're now friends on Discord, so feel So feel free to ping me at any time. Like, more than happy to talk with you about stuff. If you have like questions or if you feel like I can help you in any way, more than happy. Ashik, I guess keeping cool with all the types of comments is important as a streamer. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Like, I'm like pretty lenient with stuff in chat, but, you know, like I'm very big against like just people giving bad vibes off. So most of the time, like if people say, if you're going to type something, you're about to send something that you think is somewhat questionable, just don't say it because you will get timed out and or banned. Like I don't put up with that stuff. So yeah. Jorn, is there a specific reason you get up this early or you're just a morning person? I'm definitely a morning person. And the reason I get up this early is because I stream before I start my work. So a lot of the devs on my team don't get in until about 10 or 10:30, but I like to start around 8:39, just because, again, I'm a morning person and I'd rather work earlier in the morning and not stay later at night to work on stuff for work. Yeah, no problem, Cloud B. Anytime. Why you don't like gaming? Is it hard for me to dedicate time for our own project and just play some WoW? I do like gaming. I do. I like it a lot, actually. And that's been a struggle. I actually have to literally schedule time for myself to play games, because if I don't, then I won't actually play games. And the reason why is it usually comes down to, hey, if I'm like, what do I want to do right now? Do I want to play a game or do I want to program? And usually it ends up being programming on a side project because I'm just excited about it. Or like, you know, do stuff for Twitch or whatever. It just really depends, you know. Will you be my friend on Discord, Kappa? Maybe one more month as a sub, Lokas. JK, of course. He hates my comments, hence him ignoring me all the time, Dynamite. Yes. I just don't get you, man. I don't get you. Is my question questionable? Always. If you wouldn't say it to your grand, don't say it to someone else, is what I was always told. I love that. Yes. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, but that's, hey, that was great. Appreciate the questions. Like always, I'm always down to answer questions. I guess this is an interesting time to talk about this, but yeah, we have been talking about doing this thing called the Saturday stand-up. And so it's supposed to be some sort of like podcast, like talking thing, where every so often we have people come on and like just talk about random stuff. So one that I am planning is Meet the Mods. So all our moderators will come, we'll just have a chat on Twitch. You know, just talk about things, ask any questions, you know, get to know them. Then I want to do one about the future of programming on Twitch. Like, how does this thing work out? And then another one I've been thinking about doing again is like imposter syndrome. Like we kind of talked about, like, what are people's thoughts on imposter syndrome, how to get over it, and all those things. So if you're not yet, join the Discord. I think it's going to be a good time. I'll be updating, like, this thing will actually start, but yeah, it will be live streamed on Twitch. Take that recording, post it on YouTube. So we'll also have a nice YouTube VOD about it as well, so people can catch up on it. But I think it'll be a lot of fun. I enjoy talking about it, and I hope people would too. That would be awesome. Yeah, cool. I'm glad you think so. Could be fun. But I do think I have a fair amount to offer in regards to that sense, so would love to share it if I can, and if people are interested in hearing about it, of course. But yeah. All right, folks, should we get back to it then? Should we get back to it? Woo! Oh my God, those emotes fly. Look at them fly. All right. So what we're doing is we need to get our developer token from Firebase. We're talking about how we are doing this in 2 spots now. You grab Apple developer token right here, and it will be get Apple Music Media. So I do think that since we are doing this in 2 spots, we should add this to our public package here in Firebase. And so since we're technically trying to grab something from Firebase, and then if it's not there, create it, we should do it here in our, not media helpers, but inside Firebase.go. So I think I'm going to extract that and do that for sure. Hype! Yeah. Definitely with something I would enjoy. Heck yeah. K-Mech, no more Tesla Thursdays. Next Thursday, we're going to do a Tesla Thursday for sure. I know I've been slacking. Today was supposed to be a Raspberry Pi stream, but I didn't get my OBS stuff set up for it. There's a couple like new things I wanted to change around. Tomorrow will most likely be the Raspberry Pi stream unless I don't have time again tonight to do it. But once we get that set up, we'll do some more Tesla Thursdays next week. Yeah, I've been wanting to work on Groovy, honestly. What's up, 85 Filter? Welcome. What's the Pi plan? Yeah, so the plan is to essentially, I have my Pi. I have the box. So I got this thing. I guess we'll go back here real quick again. A Kana kit. And so it literally contains a case. It contains the Pi, some cards, everything you need for it. And essentially we're just going to set up on stream. And I also want to create some some Ethernet cables. Because I want to create some small custom ones so they sit nicely. So it's essentially going to be building the Pi, building some Ethernet cables, and then connecting them and essentially putting an OS onto the Pi. And then it's going to be a little home server to host like Discord bots and things of that nature. So that's kind of the plan behind it. And then also to eventually be used in our Tesla project for a streaming server. Thanks, Harry. I appreciate it. Yeah, Discord bots. I'm going to move some of my, so my app cycles in the App Store. I'm going to move the notification server over to that as well. So I don't have to pay for cloud storage anymore. And yeah, so it's just going to be mainly used for a bunch of different servers pretty much running. And then I think we're setting up some home automation in our home here, most likely. Okay, yes, so we need to open this thing. Firebase. All right, what do we do here? So we have a bunch of types in here, but we want some helper functions as well. Plex, baby. Yeah, I think probably some Plex stuff. We have like 50 hue bulbs here. We have a buttload. And then, yeah, just do some cool stuff with like, with SiriKit and things like that, most likely. All right, so what we're gonna call this thing is, I think we're just gonna call it func get. We're gonna do get Apple developer token. And I don't think we necessarily need to pass in much here, or anything in that matter, because we're just making an HTTP request to our other Firebase function that will do that thing and go from there. That's something I love to get into. Yeah, it's it'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah, the Tesla app I'm currently working on uses a lot of SiriKit stuff. So I'm really excited. I'm so excited to finish that thing. I'm almost done. I was working on it again last night. So good stuff coming. My internet is so bad tonight. Oh, sorry, little Kaza. So get Apple developer token. We'll go to Firestore and check and grab developer token if it exists. And we'll update it and we'll refresh it if expired. Nice. So we got that there. So grab after, so we do create Apple dev, our host name. Right, we need a host name. I think we can just get that from our environment variable, right? That's what we did over here. Wait, what? Host name. Did I spell that right? Yeah. Oh, Apple off, Apple off. That's why. I was in the wrong spot there, buddy. All right. So if we go here, and it's time. It's time. We go here. Pretty much you just want to go into our environment variable and do this. Yeah, so we're going to import that stuff in here now. And so we say os get environment equals dev. We just want host name. We don't care about current project or template path. We just want to do var host name, which is going to be a string here. Just like that. Just like that. We got all the things. Okay. So now we got our host name. That's going to be, essentially it's going to be localhost or it's going to be the cloud and go from there. What's this platform to program apps in Go? What's this platform to program apps in Go? I don't know. I'm sure what you're talking about, Veranchi. So that we're using VS Code, if that's what you're asking. I got the exact kit as a gift from Imgur Secret Santa. Oh, nice. Yo, that's cool. It's a really cool kit. Really, really cool. Yeah, Aaron, this is, that's right. We're just actually creating a helper function in one of our, in our packages here. Okay, so host name here, we do get the host name. This generates our actual endpoint for our other Firebase function that will call create Apple Dev Token. This is the create Apple Dev Token URI. We go over here, generate our request, which is a get request to that URI. If we have some issue in writing this thing, we should return an error here. And so we actually don't really care about that. All we want to do is return our error as so. And so I think what we can do, we're going to do this. We have to kind of change this around. We're going to do format.errorf. And then this guy right here is going to look like this. We're going to add create developer token. Create developer token will go there as so. And then pretty much we just want to do this. Control V, add that there. Booyah, like that. So now we just return an error if we get anything. What's the extension displaying arrows on the lines of code? Yeah, good question. That thing is called, where are you? Error lens, yes. So it's called error lens. It's pretty cool. Would highly recommend. Where are all your tests though, Alec? Don't you want your app to work? Yeah, we don't have any tests yet. The goal, we have a issue log for tests. Tests will be logged, will be created once we get a beta version out of the app. So we're in the alpha stage right now. But yeah, once we do that, we're going to write a bunch of tests. Hey, Crow, welcome. Okay, so here we're good to go there. Add that error there. And then, oh, our HTTP client, we also need to actually set that up. Oops. HTTP client is actually going to equal to a new http.client. Like that, I believe. How do we set the... Oh, it's just like that. Yes. Yeah. Like that, like that. Yes. Yeah, no problem, Pipple. I've never seen Go code before. Well, welcome. Here's some beautiful Go code. That's it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we have our client. This actually creates our new request here. And then HTTP client.do actually runs the request and goes from there. So we have this thing called Apple Dev Token Response. If we do get some sort of error here, again, we're pretty much just going to grab this guy and return some error format here. Like that. And then instead of that, we're actually going to do Apple Dev Token Response Error and go from there. Is there no try catch like structure and go for error handling? You know, that's a great question. I don't know. Not that I know of. There might be. So this project is the first time I've started with Go. I've never, I've never done anything else. I haven't worked on Go before this point is what I'm trying to say. So maybe there is. And if there is, we should probably change it, right? Looks kind of like JS. Somewhat Crow, yeah. I would say it's more similar to Python or Swift. It's also red. Oh, like this stuff? Yeah. So yeah, it tells you exactly, you know, what's going on. You can edit the amount of errors it shows or whatever highlights, but, and I also realized that we're going to need to return the token. Yeah, we're going to totally need to do that. So we should get this thing. Next step is to decode. And so I think we can just use Firestore because we're in Firebase right now. Firestore Apple Dev JWT. I'm glad I added this here. Firestore Apple Dev JWT. Nice. And then at this point, we get the response back over here. We get the body of it. That returns our token. And then we convert it to this Apple Dev JOT, which is expires at, issued at, and the token. And so at this point, if Apple Dev Decoder, again, another error here. We're going to throw this here. And we're going to want to do this. And we're going to return that. And then, yeah, there it is. Nice. Hey, Shubham, can we use Go to build mobile apps? Didn't know that. So yeah, the reason why we're using Golang right now is we're actually using Firebase functions. Firebase functions are serverless functions that live in Google Cloud. And so all of the backend for this application is built in that. Our client side, the thing that you actually interact with for mobile apps, is using React Native currently. Cool. Cool. So we're going to want to add a pointer to this thing and then an error. So at this point, we need to return nil and then format error. So you can return two values here if you need to. And so then at this point, if we have our Apple Dev token, let's go ahead and return it. And we are good to go. So now we can use this in multiple spots, which is freaking awesome. Apple Dev token. Coil Twitchbot coming in again. Coming in again with 100 bits. Hey, cheers, my friend. Thanks for being here. All right, so let's do this. So init our props here. Good to go. This is create URI. At this point, call endpoint. At this point, decode response to Apple Dev JOT, and then return token or return JOT. Just like that. Easy peasy. So at this point, now what we can do is easily just say Apple Dev token, or Apple Dev token error, and then we can do Firebase dot get Apple developer token, just like that. Literally that easy. Hey, Dajo Mares. Curious how you started learning Golang. Did you read any books or did you just start trying to build this project with it? Yeah, great question. So I didn't read any books. I just used the Go documentation. And if you actually head over here, let me post this for you. Or is it just Go? I always forget my own. Oh God, my own command here. If you actually go there, Go has a really cool kind of like guide where they have a actual IDE or code editor on their site where you can actually play around with different concepts and learning. So I used that for a little bit. That was really great. And yeah, and then just building this app. That's pretty much what I did there. Jordan, actually the backend for mobile apps can be written in any language you prefer, unlike the front end. Yeah, definitely so. Though I do know that there are some people that have used Golang to create like desktop applications. It is a thing that you can use. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm not. Like we do have one server-side rendered HTML page that we use in this app actually. So technically you could. Yeah, Myers. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Oh, nice, Remy. Yeah, there you go. Very cool. Okay, cool. So we got this here. And now we check for our error. So if Apple dev token error does not equal nil, that means we need to do all this fanciness here. So pretty much Apple Music Media, Apple dev error token, like that. And then we just return. Else, or now it's time to make our request to Apple API. Apple Music API, I should say. This is great. Before we do that though, we should totally change this. That's an Apple auth actually. So do the developer token there. Yeah, so instead of doing all of this, we can actually do it like this. Do something similar. So we can remove all this crap. Literally just call that Apple dev token. Apple, oops, spelled that wrong. Yep, oops. Apple dev token like that. Ah! N! Words! Things! Wait a second. Where was this being passed to? Oh, down there. Oh, gotcha. We were okay. It was named the same thing, so that's good. It was just this thing is an error. Yep. Nice. Thanks for sharing, Remy. Yeah, cool. Let's check it out. Self-promotion. Diago is a visualization tool for profilers and heap snapshots generated with pprof. Visual interface with an easy to use read tree, CPU usage, total heap allocated heap and use search and functions and file name to aggregate per functions or per function call lines. Yeah, it looks pretty sick. Hell yeah, man. Nice. Dude, 316 stars. Let's go. Making moves, huh? We got one issue here. Support change font size. You don't support font change size? God damn it. Come on. Out of all of that, you don't support it? Rip. Hey, someone should go fix that for Reme. You should go over there, go submit a PR, get some open source street cred, fix it up. Submit a PR. No, you submit a PR, Lil Kaza. Come on. You do it. Hey, give me 1 second, folks. I got to open my window a bit more. Is that Dark Reader extension? Yes, it is for GitHub. Oh, it's not the Dark Reader extension. It's part of this thing here, Stylus. And so I just downloaded a Stylus theme from GitHub. Yeah. All right, cool. So we updated this thing. That should be good to go. Get Apple Dev Token. Man, that actually cleaned up a lot of stuff. I'm really glad we did that. And get Apple Music data, so the Apple Dev Token. So at this point, now we can actually move back over here. And pretty much what we want to do is we want to check the media type, right? Depending on the media type. Yo! Dajo Myra's. If I'm saying that wrong, please let me know. But thank you so much for that follow. Woo-wee. Welcome to the team. Glad to have you here. Salute y salutes. Thank you for using that. Salute, my friend. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate that. R, what's up? Bonjour, Alec. Bonjour. Bonjour. I just got a call and I will have a video interview tomorrow for programming courses. Hey, nice, Ed. Dude, congratulations. That's freaking awesome, man. Welcome to the team as an in here. In here. Hello? Intern. Glad to have you. Really appreciate the support. All right, so for this, we need to essentially just grab this switch statement. Makes it real easy to do it. Maybe we should just create a helper function. What is this thing gonna do though? So this switch. Yeah. Oh, I remember what I did here. I created helper functions for each one of these. Yeah. We definitely want to do that. So that was a much better idea. So instead of Spotify media requests, we have Apple Music media request. It's going to be Apple Music media request, media type. Make sure to join the Discord. Yes, Olkaza, thank you for posting that. Yeah, if you join the Discord and you link your Twitch account to your Discord account, you'll get an intern, intern role in chat. Yeah, can also be a part of an awesome Discord. We're growing, man. Oof. My voice is really weird today. All right. So again, we're going to call these APIs. So pretty much at this point, we have a bunch of things here, a bunch of switch statements. I'm going to go ahead and probably... Yes, I think this is okay for now. Now I'm curious since now we're just like moving things around and sharing it everywhere, if we should actually move this this around as well to be a generic media helper. So it's Apple Music media request. So get Spotify track. Let's see what this thing is doing. Yeah, it takes in the track ID and then the access token. I do think that maybe we should keep this specific to the platform. It's going to make it easier along the ways. Yeah. Okay. So instead of get Spotify track, we're going to say get Apple Music track. And we're going to pass in the Apple Music media request here. And let's go ahead and just remove that. And yeah, cool. So we'll have these errors here for a little bit while we work on this, which is no problem. So get Apple Music media track. We're going to need to obviously pass in the media ID. And then at this point, we should just pass in our Apple Dev Token because that's all we're going to need. So func get Apple Music track. And then again, we're taking in media ID and Apple Dev Token. So this is going to be track ID, which is going to be a string, and then Apple Dev Token, which is going to include the Firebase.apple. I spelled Firebase wrong. Firebase.apple jot. And this thing is going to return right now just an error, I believe. There might be, wow, hello. We might actually have to return something here. I think probably the song itself, maybe? Yeah. Do you know how Stadia is made? How would I go on making it Pog? What's up, Crystal? Pog. So Stadia, I mean, a lot of these cloud gaming services that are made are essentially using servers that host some sort of hardware that essentially you hook into, and they have a low latency internet connection, right? So they take inputs from your controller, and then they partition off a certain amount of hardware for you to play certain games. Yeah. Yeah, like virtualization. Yep, exactly. So, yeah, I would probably start Peekaboo with virtualization, see how it goes. Yeah, how's it going, Crystal? Welcome. All right, let's write about this. We get Apple Music Track. Apple Music Track. We'll call Apple Music Song API to get the metadata for a song. Awesome. Apple Dev Token. What don't you like? Cannot use Apple Dev Token. Oh, gotcha. The pointer. So we want to pass in this thing. What's wrong here? Oh, returns an error. And I got these two things here. Okay, cool. So yeah, we got to double check to see what's going on in here. How to get this thing to properly work. But yeah, so let's go over to our Get Spotify Media example. Pretty much, I think we can just kind of copy and paste this, and we're going to go from here. Why did I comment these things out? Oh, right. This is the spot where we're actually updating this. Yeah. Because since we're changing our flow, we're going to have to change a lot of stuff around here. Excuse me. Yeah, Shadow PC. Super cool. Super cool project. They must be spinning up instas per use, right? Yeah, I mean, I would assume that they probably do something like that. I wouldn't be able to fully tell you, though. Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest thing comes down to the hardware, right? Like essentially you're going to need to have the hardware to support tons of users that are streaming from your hardware. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bare metal volume. You got to have the infrastructure for that probably. But if you want to do it, maybe like, I don't know, you should build, if you have, the money and time, you should build a little server, like fairly powerful, and then see how many users you can get on it. Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff around that. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that know how exactly that thing is made. Okay, so we need to generate our URI. And so you see we have the Spotify get track URI. If we go back over here, so Spotify get track URI, you can go here and you can see we have this. So I think what we're going to do is also add these endpoints up in our types. I don't have anymore. Okay. And we're just going to create this here. So these will be Apple Music endpoints. And so the get track URI here, we got to look up what the endpoint is for this thing. And so get catalog song, fetch a song by using its identifier, looks like this. So we have all the way up to here, right? And this will be Apple Music get song or get track. And then this thing we should probably add on what it has at the end here. So looks like that, because then when we hover over it, it'll tell us what the comment is. So it'd be hostname plus storefront songs. Yeah, nice. So at that point, we can go down here and we can say Apple Music get URI, and it will be like that. And it's not going to be track ID, but it's more so going to be the storefront. So the storefront is something that I didn't really think about, and something that we should be parsing out from our client once someone adds a link, right? So it goes up to cat flag. Storefront is like US or whatever country it's in. And I choose specify ISO alpha 2 country code. Possible values are the ID attribute in storefront, and it's required. So for our example right now, let's just hard code US, and then we'll come back and we'll have to figure that out. Songs, and then we'll do plus the track ID, like that. So that's exactly how it's going to work. Yep. Yeah, Linus Tech Tips does. I watched it actually the other day. Yeah, people, I'm not entirely sure. I do feel as though, I feel as though it comes down to kind of latency as well, right? Depending on the games that you're like planning to host or play or whatever. It's obviously another thing to think about. Okay, so our request is a get request, and it's an Apple Music get URI. And so pretty much what we're going to say here, we're going to say Apple Music get track request. It's time. It's time. Go from here. And then we'll do this, and we add error to the end. Do that. Track request, blah. And yes, right now, I don't remember exactly what we're going to return there, but we have that, and this is going to be get Spotify media. This is going to be get Apple Music media, and then our new request. Yeah, like that. So we just return that up if we have something. Yeah, nice. Cool. Sounds like you got an idea then. Okay, so this was declared not used. Awesome. And so now we need to add the headers to our request call. So we actually go over here, header authorization bearer. And at this point, instead of access token, all we're passing in is the Apple Dev token. Apple Dev token. Yeah, and so for this guy, we want a string, most likely. Yes, the actual token that we pass back. And then, heck yeah, get track response. So at this point, we're going to actually call, add headers and call request. This is going to be get track response. And then get track response error. Again, oops, same deal here. Yeah, kind of do this thing. Nice. So this actually makes our call to Apple Music API. Oh, Shadow started in France? Yo, that's actually really cool. Nice. Hey, see you later, Ed. Congrats again on the video call, man. Hope it goes well. Okay, cool. So we add our headers there. We make the call. Check to see if the request was valid. And so I think what we can do at this point, query response code. Yeah, song response. So if we get a 200, that means the response was valid. Else, I think there's an error response or some crap like that. Yeah, so if successful HTTP status code is 200 and the data array and response root object contains a single song object. If unsuccessful, HTTP status code indicates the error and details are in the errors array. Yeah, so we should make sure to do that. That's why we check for a 200 here. Where was I? Yeah, if status code equals 200, that means we're okay. We are good to go. Oh, does not equal okay. Gotcha. So I need to actually fix that social Spotify request error. We're going to add that also to our social as well. Productive streams are pog, man. Yo, I agree. It feels good. Feels good when you're just like grinding away and just get it done. You know what I mean? Just get it done. Okay, so handle response core document object appears in the response root object. This object contains different arrays and groups of resource objects which contain the information requested about the artist, album, song, and so on. If a request successful 200, the body of the response contains either the requested relay. Okay. Where's source? Okay. If the status code indicates an error, the response may contain information in the errors array about one or more errors that occurred. The status code indicates a primary error, but you should examine the contents of the errors member of the root object for details about individual errors. Okay. If the request is a single resource object that doesn't exist, the status code is forwarded for, not found, the response doesn't contain a data array. Okay. So we should check out this response root object, I guess. It's probably the best step here. Shadow's growing in Europe, at least I know, for Belgium and France. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Dude, that's so cool. It's really cool to see that. I'm going to hide the screen real quick because I'm going to go to Insomnia and I'm going to check on the call that we made earlier to Apple Music. So I'm curious to see. So we get data. Okay, we get a data object here. I see, it just returns that. So it won't return the actual error. Let me try actually throwing in some crap like that. Oh, I see. So I tried doing this. I tried doing bear crap, but no body returned for the response. I've come back with a 401 unauthorized. So they're saying that we should get an errors array that comes back here. And if that's the case, yes, we should create first off our social, our request errors object. So we're going to go actually over to our social package. So that's going to be right. Man, we're touching all the packages today. Hey, it's Des. Welcome. Let's see ya. Social. There we go. Create user, refresh token, generate token, Apple Music off. Spotify on. All right, generate token, refresh token, get media request, or common get media, and then I guess Apple, we can just throw it under here. So type, we're gonna want to do, I call this in Spotify request error. Yeah, let's call this Apple Music request error struct. I spelled it all the way out. Oh, I literally have it right here. Yo, let's go, Alec. Yo, thank you, past Alec. You're a freaking champion. I guess I am using this somewhere else. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. Hey, Unruly Hotfixer. How's it going? Welcome. Let's go. Sunny Blue 3, thanks for that follow. Welcome to the team, my friend. Nice to see you. So convert Apple Music error object, and then JSON new decoder get track response dot body. So we get the body comes back. It should hopefully decode into our errors array, and then if error does not equal nil, currently we're just going to return this thing here. Get Spotify media. That's not correct. This is get Apple Music media. I spelled this one wrong up here. And then this is Apple Music request decoder. Passing that thing there if needed. So if there's an error decoding the error, there's an error decoding the error, then we call that, else we're just going to, or we return that, else we're just going to return this thing. Yeah. So pretty much do this, and it's Apple Music track request. And then, yes, that's going to be the actual error that we get back there. Right? Is that correct? No, that is not correct. It should be this. Yeah, so format error F, it should be the Apple Music error object. Pro tip, F2 to rename a variable function. Oh, valid? Yeah, I always forget about those. Thanks for the pro tip. Pro tip. All right, so if the error, if it's not okay, if we're not okay, we got something there. Else, we go over here, we get track data. So it's gonna be Apple Music track data. So we actually need to add that here, Spotify track response. So you'll see, if we go over here to Spotify track response, yep, you'll see we have this type here. We're actually going to grab this, essentially go through this flow like that. And this is going to be Apple Music track response. I'm going to say Apple Music track defines the data return and needed from the Apple Music get track API. Does anyone else find it's pretty hard to read Go code? I come from C family languages. Oh, that's so interesting that you come from C and it's hard to read Go code. Yeah, interesting. I definitely can understand why it may be a little bit more difficult to read Go code. But when you look at it, like, you start looking at it a lot, it starts to just starts to make sense. All right. So we do this thing here. I can delete these comments. And then we're going to do Apple Music response decoder, just like that. Awesome. So if we do have some data, our response should look like this. Should be a resource. So it should be of type data. So how does that work then? Because yeah, let me hide this real quick again. Oh man, I gotta get the token again. Oh no, I guess I don't really need to actually use that. I actually find it really easy to read Go code. I come from JS. Maybe it's something wrong with me. Something terribly wrong, Pitbull. Yes, I agree. I forgot that I think the request object, yeah, it comes back here. So it comes back as a array of data. I'm confused why it comes back as an array, but I I guess that it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. All right, so let's write our type up here. So if the response has data and then it's an array, we should probably do something similar to this, where we say data and then it's just an array of whatever this object is called in here. Yeah. So we do data, and then it's going to be an array of, we'll say, Apple Music track data. And then this is going to have a JSON of data. And then under this, we're going to have type Apple Music track data as some struct. Oops. Finds the track data inside the data array response. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's definitely something to get used to. You know, it's not like it's an easy thing to understand off the bat. But yeah. Okay, so we have this thing called attributes in here, which I find interesting. I guess we should probably just copy this. Let's take this. Let's open up a new VS Code section. Go to JSON. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's just one object. Then we have attributes, href. That's something we're probably going to need. Relationships, type, songs. So album name, artist name, artwork. Yeah, this is probably pretty something we want. Composer name, disc number, duration in milliseconds, genre names. The name, play params, previews. Okay. Release date, URL. Yes. This is probably what I want, right? So if I go to this thing, okay, nice. Hopefully, okay, it brings me there. I don't think it auto plays like Spotify, but that looks like that's the one. Jordan, coming from Swift Python, I was in doubt. I wasn't reading Swift at first glance, to be honest. Oh, really? Yeah, that is true. I can definitely see it. What I really love about Go is how explicit it is. It really helps with readability. Yes, I agree. That's the one thing I really love about it as well. 100%. Totally get you there. Okay, so we're going to create this thing called attributes. And I think I'm just going to make this a struct. And inside this guy, we're going to call this thing a... We're going to tag it with attributes. And then I think one of my favorite parts of Go, I don't know why, but I really enjoyed like making these types. I think it's really great. Okay, so album name. We're going to do album name, a string, and JSON album name. Hey, Slayer, welcome. Nice to see you. Welcome back. Artist name. Yoink. So, artiste name. We have artwork. Yeah, so at least for this, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Okay. Not entirely sure what I'm going to want to do with the artwork. Text colors. Interesting. I wonder what we should do. Like if I go to this image, it gives me a width at least. Oh, you know what? Oh, interesting. So if I do 240 by 240, I can request a size like that? Oh, example. I see. I see. So it should come back with something else then, hopefully. Okay, we're going to come back to this. I'm not sure what to do about the artwork. Let's do name. So we'll just do artist name, album name, artist name, track name, string, name is what it's called. Yeah. Yep, I 100% agree with you, Aaron. I think that's one of the reasons why I really started to like Go, because you have to deal with every single thing, or you don't. You explicitly don't. Okay. So release date, track number, and then the URL. So inside the URL, right? So it's release date, track number, URL is also inside attributes. What did I name it in Spotify? External URLs? Yeah, so we have to change that around. I think I'm just gonna call it, yeah, external URL. It's gonna be a string as well. And this thing's gonna be a JSON. So I have to remember that I also am doing this at the same time as we are doing, we're kind of revamping Spotify's call. So definitely gotta double check that. But this looks pretty solid to me, this approach. I'm trying to think what else we got. Relationships, albums, data. So there's the album relationship data, which I guess is pretty good. Yeah. Cool. The next thing I guess is just talking about this artwork stuff. Artwork. So the track artwork. I'm wondering, so we do artwork here, but we should, well, this is coming back as artwork. This is going to be, let's do another struct here. Actually, no, let's actually make a like Apple artwork thing. But I feel like, no, this is solely for Apple then. So you don't need to share this, I don't believe. Music artwork. We're gonna pass this along here. And then this is, again, just JSON. I think it was just artwork it was called. Artwork, yeah. It's just this other object. Like that. And Apple Music artwork. So we're going to do finds the artwork properties of Apple Music Media. Yeah, and we should just probably throw all this in there, I think. Change this up a little bit. Oh God, it's actually going to be kind of annoying, so let's do this. I can't really offer an example because it's been a while since I've worked with Go and I haven't really done it much. I can't really imagine ever ignoring exceptions, though. When would you want to do that? I don't know if it's about ignoring exceptions, but it's about how you handle the exceptions, right? So it's either, do you break the entire app? Do you log something else? Do you do this other sort of flow? For me, like as I'm writing my Go code, it's very linear, right? It's like, I call this thing, I check for an error. So you'll always see that I check for, does this thing not equal nil? If it doesn't equal nil, continue, else figure out what to do with that error. And so in a sense, you probably should never not handle an error, but there's always a bunch of things that, like there's just like that linear flow of how you want to handle it given the situation. You remember the website I shared on stream like a week ago or so for showcasing some live show on Twitch and YouTube? I've quickly added you on my local, and I now humbly come to you to seek permission to play your page. Like, oh yes, Slayer, thank you, dude. I totally forgot to set it up in the PR. I humbly come to you to seek permission to play your page live. Yes, that's fine, my dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for asking. Yeah, go ahead. I appreciate you. Add me. You look like John Petrucci. What's up, Pedro? I don't know who that is. Who is this person? John Petrucci. Who are you, John? My beard, bro. Is that why? Man, maybe one day my hair will get that long. Petrucci. Gotcha. Thanks for the heads up. Epic, dude. Yo, I'm down. Plays guitar. I like it. I'm a fan. Okay. I'm a fan. My hair will be that long one day. So what band is this John a part of? Progressive rock, heavy metal. Yes. Guitar and vocals. Dream Theater? No way. Oh, that's pretty dope. Yo, Dream Theater is cool. Nice. Yo. I like it. I'm glad you see that. Yes, Dream Theater. Nice. Sergeant Boom, what's up? Slayer, thank you for sharing the link. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at my page. Hey! Oh god, dude, that picture's so old of me. Let's go. Yo, this is technically a lie. I actually never did computer science. Hey, sweet, man. Thanks for adding me. I appreciate that. This is a cool site. Dude, that picture's so old of me. Holy moly. Classic. People will be like, are you sure that's you? Like Gucci? Petrucci. Gucci. Petrucci? Hey, Sergeant. Yeah, welcome. Nice to see you, my friend. I think that's hard. It's a hard thing. Petrucci. Okay. That's a hard one to do for me. All right, so let's continue to add this BG color. Background color, I'm assuming. This looks like a hex value, maybe? I'm going to assume so. Either way, it's a string. And it's going to be a BG color. Then we got height. Why do they have height and width on different lines here, eh? JSON. Height. I like doing width and then height. Oh, because they do it in alphabetical order. Smart lads. Yeah, smart lads for sure. Text color. I don't know why they have multiple text colors, but we're going to bring them in as well. Might as well, right? Text color 1. It's time. It's time. What is that undeclared thing? Is that an extension? Undeclared thing. What are we talking about here? I misspelled text color. I did. Good call. Thank you. Let's go, Alec. So there's 4 text colors, eh? Is there always going to be 4 text colors? We should probably put an omit if empty there, right? I have a feeling that there's not always going to be 4 text colors. String as well. And then width. All right. Writing types in Golang. Whoever thought it would have been so easy, huh? Oh, error lens. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate that. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Okay, cool. So we should probably do omit empty, right? How is it again? Golang omit empty. Okay, it's just comma omit empty. Yes. Comma omit empty. Yes, we should do this. 100%. So am I a mod yet? Nah. But you are a very helpful member of the team. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so we can throw this back over here now. And Apple Music artwork goes there. I think we should be good to go, lads. Let's go back over to this thing. So again, Apple Music get track. It's our path here. Get proper locale. And then generate request. So get Apple Music get URI. And then check to see if response is valid. We did that. Okay. Apple Music track data response gets us some track data. Response decode error does not equal nil. Do that stuff. And boom, here we go. So now we're on to the nice stuff here. And I think what that means is we should probably test out what we've already done, honestly. And go from there. Like, let's see what the heck we're working with, huh? And then, yeah, all this other stuff we can definitely comment out for now. Just so we can get this thing to compile and build. Though you're going to give me a problem, aren't you? Aren't you there? Oh, did I do one too many? Yeesh. Yeesh. Okay, yeah, a lot of commented out code right there, but that's okay. Okay, gonna cry myself to sleep tonight, no worries. Hey, don't cry too hard. Don't cry too hard. JK. Here, I definitely can do this for you, though. You have deserved it, Aaron. Always. Boom! Take that. Take it. Just take it. All right? Just take it. All right, so let's go get a song from Apple Music, huh? Let's see what's up. Let's go get one of their songs, Dandary. Focus. Yes. Focus. This is a fantastic album cover. Apparently, wait. Oh, does this mean these are like top tier songs? I'm confused. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to add this song, and then hopefully we should get some data. So I guess we should probably print it out, right? So make sure there are no errors. Oh, probably got to rebuild this. Print stuff out. What just happened? Check next to your name now, my friend. Check next to your name. And then we should print this out. Yeesh. Yeesh. Apple Music track data. Why aren't you showing up? That's weird. I swear, man, you screamed boom in the exact moment in which I was executing a dangerous command in protection. Got him. The other day, my roommate was like, why do you scream so loud on your streams? And I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe the music in my headphones is too loud. I don't know. It's just, or I'm just like really hyped about stuff. Like, I don't really know. He's like, so he's 2 floors above me. He's like, I can hear you 2 floors away. I was like, oh. Hype. Yeah. VIP. Welcome in as a VIP. Aaron, yes, you've always been a fantastic help. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Thanks for that. At least the least I can do is give you a VIP of the channel. Dream come true. Good. Now don't cry yourself to sleep. Okay, it's gonna make me sad. It's gonna make me sad. All right, so now we're gonna add the song link here, so you can see that we have yeah, you can see our Apple Music link here. Oh, this is an album? The F? Nah, dude. This is supposed to be a song, bruh. Copy link. Why? Why is it an album? The name of it is Strings? Oh, interesting. Hold up now. Hold up 1 second. I think we're going to have a problem here. With our regex stuff. How do I know if it's a track or not? I don't know. I don't know what type it is. Link split length -3. So I know that's an album. Oh, man. Yeah, this is actually kind of not good. But let's see. Let's see what happens. So we press add. You'll see parsing song link is valid. Apple Music URI. Calling Apple. It should have called it. We should hit this thing. Media helpers, Apple provider found, did not find song document. So that worked. Create Apple dev token found in DB, checking for expiration. Boom, boom. That also worked. That is freaking sweet. But we actually didn't hit here because we're not parsing an album. Guess we're parsing an album here. Dude, this is no good. How does this work? Hisk HS Coder, thanks for the follow, my friend. Welcome. Imagine your web apps UI being better than your natives. Probably will happen one day. Probably will happen one day. I'm really confused by this. Let me go to my homeboys and reflections. Because I did, okay, Willow instrumental, but if I grab this song, copy link to this song. Get out of here, dude. Bye-bye. Bandit Dave. Hello. Welcome. Nice to see ya. Dude, yeah, okay. This is a problemo. Because we were basing it off of the fact that album, the way that Apple Music does their URL paths is album, the name of the song? Yeah, because the name of this album is The Color Clear. Dude, that is so weird. Okay. Why do they append it with album? I don't like this. I don't like this. I gotta check something real quick. Because I had someone send me an Apple Music URL the other day from their phone, and I want to see if it's any different from the web, which I almost don't believe it is. Oh, it's not. Yup, it's the same deal. Okay. Crap, this is a problem. All right. Well, I guess what we need to check out now is if I go to Willow and I get the link for Willow. Let's see what this prints out. Because we're gonna have to do some parsing fanciness here now. Wow. That's that. Hold up, and let me get the song. Top song? Autonomous is a top song? Nice. I'm actually surprised that their new album hasn't hit top song yet. Top song. They only have From Nothing. Rip, man. The album's so good. Okay, let me delete this. So this is album. This is song. Maybe they're adhering to strictly to the REST ideals. That song is a resource of album. Yeah, you could probably be right. Because, yeah, I mean, here it goes album, autonomous is the song name, album. That's the confusing part. And then we have this ID. What is this thing? What is this query at the end here? Like, if I just search for this, what ends up happening? Okay, so it takes me to the album. All right. And then if I append this query at the end of it. Oh, I see. It probably takes you to the exact song. Yeah. There it is. Oh, okay. So we could work with this then. Because if we end up having this I query at the end of it, we know that this is the album ID, and then we know that this is the song ID. Okay, so good. Now playlists, that's the next thing. Does Apple Music have playlists? Do you get playlists in Apple Music? We can share this. Let's copy the one we shared here. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of client work here to maneuver around this. Yeah, Aaron, yeah, boom. Boom skis. Woo. Oh my lordy lord. Cool, this one literally has playlists in it. So that is good. That is weird how they did that. Oh, it's because it has an umla. Yeah, this playlist has an umla in it. Groovy. Oh man, I'm glad that they fixed that. Okay. So we can search for playlists, we can search for album, and then song. Okay. All right, I feel better about this now. Feel much better. I was getting a little nervous. But this means we have to actually change our regex query stuff to go from there. Should probably do that. As you can see, Spotify has a... do I have a bunch of different ones here? Yeah, Spotify link regex, Spotify URI regex, YouTube link regex, and then a regex. I never know if it's regex or regex. I always say regex. Ugh. Yeah, so we do this split here to get track, playlist, etc. But we're gonna have to do it a bit differently for Apple. Why do they include both the album name and ID in the URL though? I have no idea. It is really weird to me, for sure. It is really freaking weird. Because it's like, it's storefront. I guess because, I mean, storefront, the album, because they include the album, then the name of the song, and then the ID to the album. And then they just query on, by the way, let's just add the song onto there. Another GIF debate. Yeah, I don't know. I say regex. I'm just going to keep saying it until someone's like, by the way, it's regex. And I would be like, let's consult Google. Super random. I just remembered. Don't forget today, folks. Xbox Games Showcase happening today in 1 hour. Totally tune in. See some awesome stuff by the Xbox team. Xbox Studios. It's actually pronounced GIF. Oh no. Please leave now, Slayer. Please leave. All right, I'm gonna turn off the server. Let's go ahead and let's figure out how the heck we're gonna do this. Oh. So I think what we should do, we test for Apple Music. If it's Apple Music, we're going to test for album. Or first, test for playlist. Test for playlist. Because it's going to be super easy to find playlist. Test for album. Test for song. So we got to write some regex for that stuff. just get out of here. All right, so link split. So we split everything there. We get the media type. We don't want to get the media type just yet. ID split, we're gonna have to probably change that as well. Query split, we do want. Oh no, I guess we do want this because ID split. It's the link split. So here, all these, and then we split at this, and so essentially we could say, if we do get a query split, that means we get a question mark and this. So pretty much if we have something at the end here, we know it's a song. Else. And then medius is query split. Query split media. Ah, I see. So if it's an album, we're going to get this. If it's a song, we need to get that. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. To me, it doesn't make sense. Like, it's an acronym for graphical interchangeable format, right? Graphics doesn't have a soft G. That is true. That is true. It's like the creator said it, but everyone's still not happy. Everyone's like, no, this is what I think it is. Okay, so I think what we should do at this point, I guess technically we can probably add media type here. We can pretty much, I guess let's first print out all this stuff. It's gonna be a lot of crap. Console.log. Let's just do link split. And so we can just see a nice flow of what this all looks like. And then we'll do a media type. Media type. Then we'll do ID split. ID split here. Yep. And then query split. That's all caps. Query split, and then finally media ID. And pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to comment out the code to call our endpoint. We're just going to go ahead and print these out, see what we get, and then we can properly kind of figure out like what this thing does. So pretty much we can just, I guess we have to return something. So let's just return null, and then that shouldn't do anything for us. I'm a graphics designer. Hey, I think you'll find it's pronounced moving picture thing, according to my mother anyway. I agree. That's probably a much more technical way to say it, Harry. Your mother's right. I'm a cover. The classic moment of Pixel Art Dev streams. I came in perfectly. Did you? God damn it, Pocket. Welcome, man. God damn it. Not again. Not again. Copy that. Let's refresh it. Was this the I thought this was gonna work moment? Alright, let's add the song here. You don't hate me this time? Not yet. It's still too early. You just got here. you just got here, man. Come on. Okay. So parsing song link. link split. So we split our stuff here. All right. Media type is an album. Great. Makes sense. The ID split. So that's good. So that gives us this, and then query split splits that, and then media ID. So that gives us the album. So that's actually going to give us the wrong thing, the wrong ID every time. So the question is, or the thing we should do now is we can pretty much say if we have our media type as album and we have a length of 2 in our query split, then we need to split one more time with the I, right? Yeah, so if query split, so pretty much if query split has a length of 2, if query split has a length of 2, check for I value. Cool. Oh, it's never gonna work. I hate you. God damn it. I already said it. It hasn't even been 5 minutes and I already said I hate you, Pocket. God damn it. I'm going to head off now. Have a client meeting today. Wish me luck. Enjoy the sushi. Pipple, best of luck. Thanks for being here, my friend. Have a great one. Shimoshiro redeemed. It's time to sit or stand. All right. We're putting the desk up. You got it. Paula Dill. Guys, my mom's here. Can you say hello to my mom? Paula Dill. Language young man. Oh no. At least she still thinks I'm young. I'm on a roll. Yeah, you are. You know how to push my buttons there. Uh-oh. Gotta censor it a little bit when the mother's around. Like yeah, that is my actual mother. Yes. The one and only. The one and only. What? No, I don't think there's an Abdul in there. All right. So, what was I doing? Okay, I was doing this. Yes, test for song. So we realized that we can do this thing here. And so if we do that, query split has a length of 2, check for I. Yes. So pretty much we're going to say if I guess we really don't need a test for the playlist, right? The playlist should just, or we should probably check to see what the playlist returns as well, because we might not even have to check for any playlist. We just check for the album and then go from there. Bye. Adios. All right, add. Okay, I think that's probably the ID of the playlist, I'm going to assume. So that looks like it's going to work out real nice. Which means we don't have to test for that. We just test for album. So if media type equals an album, we're going to go in here. And then test for song. Yes. And so keep pressing the wrong button. If query split has a length of 2, check for value. So we're going to say if query split dot length is equal to 2, we're going to go in here and we're going to split or get the value of I. So then this thing should be const. Oh, const what? What should our const be? Const song ID? Or track ID probably? Track ID. Track ID will be query split of our second value in our array, dot split equals so I think what we can do is essentially just split at the equal sign. Hey Ivan, how do you have the errors warnings displayed on the fly like that? Yeah, so it's a VS Code plugin or extension. Sorry, it's called I always forget the freaking name. Wow. Where is it? AirLens. Yes, it's called AirLens. It's just an extension you can download in VS Code, and then yeah, you can configure it to do stuff like that. So it's very helpful. Very helpful. Yes, no problem. No problem. I feel like I should probably make a command for that. I answer that a lot during the streams. Probably be useful. Yeah. Session variable. Thanks for the follow. Whee. Appreciate you being here. Okay, so track ID, we split, then if we split it the equal sign, then the second value from that should equal that. So we'll say split track ID, right? And then we'll say const ID. Or actually, we can probably just do this all in one go, right? But we should probably check it, right? I feel like we should probably check it. We should probably check that for sure. So we can say if split track ID. Essentially, we'll just check to see if this thing even exists. Or has a length. Right? Because instead of explicitly checking for I, we can just check to see if it has a length. If it does have a length, then we can say where is this? Media ID. We'll make this a variable. We can just set media ID. Media ID at this point will actually end up equaling split track ID of 1. We'll get that value there. Oh, use array deconstructing. Wait, what? Array deconstructing. What is array deconstructing? What is that terminology? Oh, I see. I see. But I only want to... I don't know if I like that too much. Yeah, like use state. That's what I thought. Okay. That error extension looks great on your screen. When I tried it, I felt like it was super overwhelming. I was copying and pasting a lot of code, then redecorating it so there were a ton of errors at first and little red lines were everywhere. Yeah. It's pretty terrible. I had to change some of my settings on it, but yeah, because it was way too much for me too. I was like, this is just overwhelming. Yeah, use state hook is array deconstructing. Yes, that does make sense. So then for this thing, oh, oops. I mean, for this, but then you have to create a new variable, right? I guess that's what I'm kind of confused about. I'm trying to overwrite a current variable up here. Oh, must be at the top of function scope. Oh, she didn't know that. Wait, really? So like at the very top? So like right here? Oh, at the top of the, at the top of the function scope. I see. Yeah, okay. I gotcha. Why use var? Because I'm going to oh, sorry, let. Wowza. There we go. That's probably why I got that warning. I totally forgot about. Oh man, my brain. I was thinking of Golang, that's why, because in Golang there's no let, it's just var. Yes, good call, good call. So we can keep it in scope. Okay, anyways, so media would be like that, and then we also want, what was the other thing? The media type. This is also going to be a let. Right? Media type at this point is going to equal track. Yep, just like that. You can still use deconstructing to get media ID. Okay, so like, I prefer it like this, but for learning's sake, if I want to do media ID as so, you're telling me I have to do split track. Split track ID. Like how, oh, I didn't even do this correctly here. Right, like how does that work? I don't know. I'm not honestly sure. So remind me again, the app is written in React Native and you're using Golang backend, right? That's correct. Yes, that is correct. Oh, do it at the let. Oh, so you're talking about here. Like that? And then that would be the first value. Right? And then, like, if I had more per se, I could do something like that, right? Custom comment encode. The pocket hate count is currently at 3. Bless. Okay, so it still does complain about that. Yeah, you get it now? Okay, cool. That makes sense. So you don't think you do it for reassigning. So it definitely does complain, but I wonder if... Wait, did I... So I wonder if I remove it like this. Oh God. If I remove it. Jesus. I'm still not entirely used to this keyboard yet. Yeah. Okay. I see. That's weird that it still kind of says, hey, by the way, you're reassigning this. You should decompose it like that. Let's go ahead and add pockets comment here. Put this at the top. Oh, right under your other comment. And that's the only thing I exported. Yeah. What is today? 07/23. Wowza. Missing a bracket at the end? Oh, thank you. Thanks, Remy. The balancing of pleasing your limited writing code that you like. Yeah, exactly. I still have access to an API code base that I worked on as a client half a year ago. Oh, that's sounds interesting. What's up, Temple? Thanks for checking out the keyboard. Okay, so it still says I should use array deconstructing here. This is weird. Why is this weird like this? So like if I just did this, I thought at this point you have to declare. You have to declare, right? Huh. So reassigning deconstructed array JS. Let's see. MDN. Okay, so so let A, B rest. A and B equals that. Okay. I see. So then you still can reassign it like that. We would remove that. And then, but we want this to be the second property in there. So I'd have to do something like this, right? Dude, this is, I don't know if I like this. This is so weird. Like, so the problem is you can leave out the underscore, but if I leave out the underscore, how does it know to pick up the first value or the second value here, right? And here we're picking up the first value, and then here we're picking up the second value. Or I'm sorry, here we're picking up the second value. So it should be like this. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a linter comment there. I don't really like that. It's just weird. Doesn't really make sense. Unless I just don't fully understand it, which could be very true, but I don't, yeah. Yeah, let's disable that. That's not very fun. We gave it a try. What do they say? We gave it the good old college try. Is that a thing? I don't know. Trendy people. Anyways, so at this point, we should take this over here. Let's do that. Okay, so if media type equals album, query split length equals 2. If a query split has a length of 2, check for I value. Get value of I. So if it equals 2, query split of the second part, split at the query split. What was query split? So query split looked like that. So get the second section of that. Split the equal sign. If split track ID does have a length, then we're going to go ahead and set media ID and media type. Else, let's do just an album. We'll do just an album. Just an album. I think that should just give us the proper stuff there. Let's paste this real quick. Awesome. So media ID is the album ID. So we are good to go then at that point. So if album, else if the query split ends up just equaling 1, else we don't do anything. We should be good to go. So just a note here, Apple Music does some weird stuff with their song URLs that has the album and song IDs. This check will handle that scenario. Okay, sweet. I think that looks good. We're going to keep printing this stuff out just in case. Let's give it one try here to see if we can get our endpoint to be called via Apple. After that, we're probably going to head out and get this thing running. Okay. So let's get our song from Reflections. Autumnness. Put that in there. We need to actually refresh the app first. So let's do that. The comment means skip the first one and just assign the second one. So if you wanted the first and third, you'd have to go first -- third. Ah, okay. Good to know, Dom. Yeah, thanks for that follow-up. I don't like it. Yeah, I feel like that warrants a good comment. So since you do all this extraction in front end, couldn't you simplify your backend by just sending the parts you need to identify a resource? Yeah, that's exactly that's what we're doing. So we're sending the parts to the backend to say, hey, this is a track. Here's the ID. So we're parsing all that up in the front end, and then based on what we get, we essentially check for a track. If track, we call a certain endpoint with the ID. And then if album, another endpoint, if playlist, another endpoint, because they're all separate endpoints. So we're doing all that abstraction up front, so then the backend just knows exactly what it needs to return to us, if that makes sense. So we can kind of demonstrate it here. Hopefully it'll work. But yeah, so I press add. We'll call that thing. It should have made our call. Oh, that sort of worked. I don't know why this thing has that. Oh, I created a playlist. No wonder. I was like, rip. Wrong section. Please hold. Let's try this again. Rip. Song link. Add. Calling Apple. Okay, so we're not actually returning anything yet. We should just see what's happening in our database to make sure we're getting all this stuff correctly. So you'll see Apple provider found, did not find song document, token found in DB checking for expiration. We're doing good there. Oh my God. The color clear reflections. Here is our color code. Here is the link to the, yes, let's do this. Okay, not found. Let's give this is a album cover. Let's give it a width and height. So let's do 240. We're gonna have to remember this by 240. Let's see if it finds it. Hey, there it goes. So there's the album cover at 240 by 240. That's pretty nifty. Wow, that did a lot. Automous, and then the music link is right there, boys and girls. Poggers, dude. Easy. Go to it. Right there. Boom. Hell yeah. Nice. That is a great place to stop. Very good. Very good. So the next step for us would be actually adding this data to our song document. And when we add it to our song document, then we can start pulling it down. So again, the song document is going to start looking something like this. Where's Bear? Like this. So we'll create an Apple object. Inside that, we pass in the ID of the song, pass in the URL to it. All of this nice fancy data that we have for each of the songs. So every time we pull down a song object from our database, for quick switching, let's say eventually you're logged into Spotify and Apple Music, and you want to listen to songs via Spotify, you can do a quick switch in the UI, and all we have to do is point it to our new data points, because we'll have both Apple and Spotify data in that one document, which is going to be top tier. This also means that we're going to have to change some stuff in our Redux state, I believe, as well. Yeah, so we need to update Redux state as well. Didn't even think about that. So this is gonna be like a fairly large change. Actually, it's gonna be a pretty large change. Yeah, definitely so. All right, let's close out of this stuff. That's right, what we did today. We wrote some more logic, so that's good. What we did today. Wrote some more logic for Apple Music endpoints. Was able to extract more functions into another shared package. Was able to call get track endpoint from Apple Music successfully. So what we will do next time. So next time what we need to do is we need to update client regex to get storefront. So if it's US, you know, like whatever country it is, we need to make sure we get that proper storefront. And I have a feeling this actually might cause us some issues. So more so, probably look into how this is handled in other countries, right? Because I'm assuming this is a thing because other countries have certain songs and while others may not. So we're probably going to have to figure out how to handle that, which is going to suck. But okay, so update client regex to get storefront, then continue creating song object to store in Firebase. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. That's probably some pretty good stuff that we can do during that time. But folks, thanks for hanging out today. Appreciate you all being here. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. This is a lot of fun. We got a buttload done. So that's really great. If you're new to the channel and you've liked what you saw, consider dropping a follow. Would love to have you back. I do programming stream 3 times a week, Monday or Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we do 1 gaming stream on Saturdays. Currently we're going through Black Mesa. This Saturday will be the 4th playthrough of the stream. The 4th, not playthrough, but journey continue on the Black Mesa Half-Life series. And we also have a Discord. If you're interested in joining in, come showcase your projects, come share what you're working on, come get some programming help. All the fun and fanciness of that. But yes, thanks for hanging out. It's been a great stream. I guess it's time for us to raid someone. Yeah, thanks, Harry. Thanks for hanging out. Great stream for sure. Appreciate it. Yeah, Remy, have a good day as well. Thanks for being here. La, 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 la. Who are we going to raid? Who are we going to raid today? Mara's, yes. Take care as well. Thanks for being here. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. Man, I don't know who to raid today. I think today, let's raid Freeman. I haven't raided him in quite some time. Aaron, have a good one as well, my friend. Folks, don't forget to grab the raid message. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for hanging out. Glad to have you here today. I'm glad you're enjoying. It's been fun. Let's get groovy. Man, I can't type. My typing is so bad today. I don't know why. Enjoy the raid, everybody. Thanks for being here again. Let's show Freeman some love. Have a great one, friends. See you later.